Morning, it's Tuesday, March 9th, a little bit after 5 a.m. And this is the noise that woke me up this morning, probably around 3:45 a.m.
Something you probably don't want to hear at 3:45 a.m. People who live around the Sewage and Water Board's Carrollton power plant are up in arms over increasing noise problems. Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Sharice Gibson.
And I'm Karen Swenson. The noise at the Sewage and Water Board's power plant has increased as its ability to make power has decreased.
David Hammer from our Down the Drain team has been investigating the Sewage and Water Board's power problems for years and joins us now live from the Carrollton plant. David.
Yeah, Sharice and Karen, what you hear right now is about as quiet as it's been since mid-February. It's still about 75 decibels here outside of the Carrollton power plant for the Sewage and Water Board. That's about the sound that it makes when you're using a household vacuum cleaner. It gets much louder when it rains, when they turn on these electromotive diesel generators behind me. And why don't you take a listen to that right now?
This started at maybe 4 o'clock in the morning. I mean, that's when I was up for the day because I couldn't even try to go back to sleep after that.
Joshua Joseph lives directly across from the Sewage and Water Board's main plant and these noisy electromotive diesel generators known as EMDs. The EMDs were supposed to be backup power to run the city's drainage pumps during big storms if the main power turbines failed. But now, they're the system's primary power source whenever it rains.
I mean, when I bought the house, none of this was going on. I mean, nowhere close to the extent it is now. And, no, I mean, I wouldn't have bought the house, had I known.
The Sewage and Water Board's power system is in its worst state since 2017, when all 4 of its power turbines went down at once. Now, turbines 3, 4, and 5 are all down and have been for months. The only turbine still making the old-fashioned type of electricity used to power much of the drinking water, sewer treatment, and drainage systems is turbine 1. And it's so weak, it needs yet another noisy device to suck in enough steam to turn its rotor.
I'm not making this up. It's called a vacuum hog. It is needed in order to keep turbine 1 running, and it makes a lot of noise. We recognize the inconvenience that is for residents that are nearby, and we're working to alleviate that as quickly as we can.
Morning, it's Tuesday, March 9th, a little bit after 5 a.m. And this is the noise that woke me up this morning, probably around 3:45 a.m.
Melissa Lilly lives more than 2 blocks from turbine 1 and the vacuum hog.
Originally, we heard a louder noise when it was raining or something like that, which was understandable that they needed to generate power to make sure the city doesn't flood. But now it's just to run their regular operations. It's for everything.
Lilly sits on the Carrollton Riverbend Neighborhood Association board. They've called a meeting for Thursday night and are calling on the Sewage and Water Board to install a sound barrier.
And really, I think we all need to understand what's going on over there, like how things are running and what energy sources are being utilized to make sure that we're safe and that we're prepared for the next storm. I mean, we're almost into hurricane season.
Yeah, now speaking of hurricane season, the Sewage and Water Board expects turbines 4 and 5, those are the main power sources, to be back online in May and June. Either one of those coming back on would double the amount of power they have available now. Turbine 3 has been out since last summer, and turbine 7 is what they want to buy, but that won't be ready until at least 2023. Reporting from the Carrollton power plant, David Hammer, Eyewitness News.
David, thanks so much.